into place just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you saw the clip. They never tell you about this stuff, but you gotta believe in yourself. And I don't even know if that's real, because sometimes with the AI, people put sounds in there and things in there that weren't in there at the time. But a lot of people got booed at the Apollo, and there were celebrities who got booed at the Apollo, right? So, but I want to say, if you believe in yourself, you're gonna get booed because you got to put yourself out there. You're gonna get criticized because you're gonna put yourself out there. Somebody's gonna tell you you're trash, you're garbage, you're horrible, because you're gonna put yourself out there. But here's the thing: don't worry about them. You know what I'm saying? If you got talent and you're working to get better at your craft, it's okay. Like, I'm gonna tell like some of your favorite artists, just using this as early on, they weren't as good as they are that they were later on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't come out the gate knocking it out of the park. Okay, so even when people were professionals, or known artists and performed, um, they weren't good. They had to figure out some things, get nuance. For all you people who have stage fright, it's a part of it. The butterflies is a part of it. If you play sports, the stage fright and the butterflies that you get before a game is pretty much the same thing. It's just that nervousness, right? But there's certain things that you're gonna have to work through during the process. A lot of times people could sing in their house or in the car, in the shower, around their friends, but when they get in front of people, they crack because they're nervous. They're not comfortable. So for all you folks who put yourself in that position, man, the issue is you're just not comfortable yet. Sometimes you got to close your eyes to get comfortable. Sometimes you got to wear shades to get comfortable. Sometimes you got to pretend you're not there to get comfortable. Whatever you got to do. And sometimes you just got to go through the repetition of doing it when you're not comfortable until it becomes second nature, like it's comfortable. But don't worry about the crowd like that. Especially when you're starting out, don't worry about the crowd like that. Even the best bomb, okay? But part of what I wanted to talk about with this was also she was 13. Now I'm gonna say this, even though I haven't watched the Apollo in years. I love the Apollo. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not gonna front. The Apollo was very harsh on we were harsh on our own people. But if somebody who wasn't black showed up to the Apollo and did the same thing that Lauryn Hill did at 13, and they could have been 31, they would have got a standing ovation because they weren't black. The Apollo had that thing going on with them for the longest time of, if you're not black and you half as good as somebody black, oh, you gonna win. But I gotta take it a step further. And this is for people who, you're shaky on if you believe in yourself. That was Lauryn Hill at 13. When she came back at like 20, 6 years later, 6, 7 years later, rather, all of a sudden it was a standing ovation from the jump. The people that booed her might not have even been there. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, I used to perform and stuff. And one of my things about stage fright was, you know, you know, the world ain't gonna see this. And that's how I used to look at it. I'm like, man, look, if I do great in front of 2 people, or I do great in front of 200 people, I can tell you one thing right now. When I leave this establishment, if I go down the street to get a burger, they're not gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's what it took. Like, preparation was another thing. When I played sports, I wasn't with sports, before I started music, I wasn't as nervous when I was prepared. When I was highly prepared for something, I used to think about how bad I'm gonna do folks. Like, oh, once wait until they get a load of me. Like, oh, you in trouble because I'm ready. You know, I've been nervous before if I was unprepared. Like, not necessarily in sports, but in stage performances, yeah, because people switch stuff up. I don't want to do this. I want to do that. So I like this one. I don't like that one. And what you worked on, when you first starting out, you worked on one thing, and somebody just might flip the script on you at the last minute. Now you're like, oh, uh, I don't know what to do. I might have to improvise. I might have to WB frog tap dance. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. But you learn, along the way how to control, your breath, how to project on a mic. Because I mean, first and foremost, sometimes I get excited and I pop this mic, but um, remember back in the day, people used to hold a mic like that. Like, should I say pause? But they used to have their hands over the actual microphone and used to muffle it, or people used to yell because they were so excited and you couldn't hear them. And even for the best of the best, you know, few people sound like their record. Like, I can't think of many people um like, how can I say this? Jay Z could sound like his record. Kanye could sound like his record. Singer Joe could sound like his record. R. Kelly could sound like his record. I ain't gonna Frankie kind of lost his voice over the years, but before that he could sound like a record. Marvin Gaye could sound like the record. Pat LaBelle could sound like the record. Shaka Khan could sound like the record. Um, Mary J could sound like the record. Whitney, of course, could sound like the record. Like, Luther could sound like the record. Like, Music Soul Child, after a while, could sound like the record. I'm just thinking of people, um, DMX sound like the record. Juvie sound like the record. But sometimes people get over rambunctious and loud. So the reason I'm saying that is because when you look at the whole music industry, the whole music industry, for people who have stage fright, just as a as a understanding, a lot of these people don't sound like their records when you get them live. It sound a little bit off. Buster sound like the record. Yeah, Buster sound like the record. Um, but believe in yourself. Don't let people one night crush your dreams, or 5 nights in a row crush your dreams. Because if you can get through booing and feeling bad on yourself, because I know, man, a good performance can make you feel great. A bad performance can make you feel like crawling under a rock. But if you feel like crawling under a rock, get up out of that rock and just go back, go again. That's the beauty about sports that isn't about, I would say, entertainment. Like music, acting on a stage, comedy. Like, in a sport, you could bounce back. Like, you in basketball, one bad play, you can have a one good play right after that. Football, same thing, kind of. Baseball, same thing. Track, not so much. Track is a one hitter. Hey, boxing is like that. Like, if you win, you won. If you lost forever. Like, that's what getting on the stage with entertainment is. So once you get over that, you'll be great. But believe in yourself. So tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch you on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna say it again.